Hey guys, and happy Friday. It's Vanessa here with Dog Training by Vanessa. And today we're going to talk about something that I know a lot of you guys are struggling with, which is chewing and destroying. So it happens with anything from puppies, which is the most common, but it also happens with adult dogs that really haven't been trained properly. And, dogs just love to chew. Most dogs like to chew. It's a way for them to entertain themselves. On puppies, it's a really good way for them to deal with, the teething and the gum irritation and itching that they have. So what happens is that the dogs will start chewing on stuff that they're not supposed to. So that could be shoes, cables, your furniture, your house. We've kind of seen it all here. So today I just want to give you guys some cool tips on how you can manage this. So first of all, I want to start by letting you guys know that this is a completely normal behavior. Like every dog likes to chew. Most dogs learn quickly what they can chew and when they're not supposed to, and they're going to prefer those toys that are made specifically for them. But it's completely normal for you to have a dog or a puppy that likes to chew. So really for us, it's just about teaching them what they can chew and when they can chew. So before we get started, and I'm going to show you guys a little video of me working with a puppy that we're training right now, which is Lucy the Beagle. For this, step number one, it's you guys got to really make sure that you have a marker word. So when I talk about marker words, I'm talking about the dog understanding, yes, understanding good girl, good boy, whatever it is that your marker, your verbal marker is for the dog, letting them know, hey, you did a good job. Okay, so that's step number one. Before we can get started, just make sure that your dog knows when they did a good job. And a really easy way to do that is just to kind of load it. Same way the way we do with clicker training, but instead of having to have a clicker always with you, you can just use a verbal marker. So we like to use good girl for most dogs, or yes. And the easiest way to do that is just to stand in front of the dog, and for about 20, 30 repetitions, just say good and then feed, and good and then feed, and just keep doing that. And then you're going to notice that when you say good next time, or you say yes, the dog's going to look up and be like, yeah, I did a good job. Do I get a reward? So now you're understanding that the dog is getting the fact that that verbal marker means there's a positive reinforcement coming for them. So that's step number one before we can kind of deal with, teaching a dog the behavior. And then the second thing we're going to need is what we call an interrupter. So some people don't like to use the word no, and that's perfectly fine. You can use you can use stop, you can use really whatever word you want to have a negative marker word, right? So a negative marker word is just, a way of telling your dog, hey, what you're doing right now, I don't like it. Can you please stop? So the way that we do that is also by loading it, and we do that by loading it with an interrupter. So you can use something, and the dogs are barking because there's people walking out in the street right now. But so you can use something as simple as a clap and just say no. You can use a jar of pennies. I know that's been something that's been used for a long time. Some people like to use a water squirter. I don't personally love it, but that's also an interrupter. My favorite tool to use if a clap doesn't work, it's an air tool. And an air tool is nothing but just a little can of compressed air. It's not an air horn, doesn't make a loud sound, but it literally just makes a little sound, and I have one here. So it just makes like a little sound that most dogs, it doesn't really frighten them, but it just kind of gets their attention. So they might be, going after this kibble, and you make the sound and they'll go, hey, what was that? So the whole point of the interrupter is just to be able to get the dog to just stop what they're doing at that moment and just kind of break that focus from whatever they're chewing. So we're going to move over to go out with Lucy, and you guys are going to kind of get to see me work with her. I set her up a little bit. So I put some napkins on the floor because that's been a big deal with Lucy, just chewing on paper and napkins. And then I also put shoes because she likes to chew on any shoes she finds, really. First time she was here, she ate my husband's flip-flops. Anyway, guys, so let's go out there and let's see what we can do with Lucy. Nope. Good girl. Good job. Here you go. Oh, you can have. Yes, good girl. Okay, guys, so there you kind of saw me working with Lucy a little bit, and I'll kind of break down what I did. Now, Lucy already knows what the word no means because we have been working on it this week. So all I did was the moment that she went to go for the shoe is that I told her no. So I interrupted the behavior. And the moment she stopped, I told her, good girl. And because she knows what good girl means, she knows that there's a reward that's going to be coming. And then I redirected her into something that she can chew. And that's really the important part here, guys, because they still need to chew, right? And we got to give them an outlet for all of that energy and all of that desire to chew. So let's guide them and tell them, no, you can't chew on this, but here you go, you can chew on this. So I did set her up a few more times, and I threw a shoe. She didn't get it. I kicked the shoe around, and here I am just engaging her in different types of toys that have different textures so that she understands, hey, even if it's soft, you can chew on this, but you can't chew on that. So I'm just getting her really interested in other toys so she understands, hey, this is fun, this is exciting. I can chew on this and I enjoy it. So there you see me kick this shoe, and she doesn't even care at this point. She totally got it. Well, I hope this helped you guys out. Thanks for watching.